I'm Jayne Leeson and I'm CEO of Changing Our Lives, which is a rights-based organisation. Not my knees, actually on my legs. When you've used it, who do you talk to with it, Carl? We are about cultural shifts, aren't we? Cultural change. So, and that's a cultural change in people's mindset towards people with learning disabilities, to see them just as an ordinary person in an ordinary street achieving ordinary things. So to use the technology to make that sort of change has taken longer than we've expected. If you'd used the technology in a very traditional way, yes, you might have achieved A, B and C, but that might have actually reinforced oppression for some people with learning disabilities, hadn't it? That might have actually reinforced the world that they're currently in, where they don't have access to many rights. What we've tried to do is wed the technology to more of a rights-based approach, and that takes longer to achieve. Those people that are independent, and there's a lot of people with learning disabilities that are independent. People would say, well, no, they can't do this, that and the other, but actually lots of people can be independent. For them all to have access to this type of tech that enables them to be independent in the community but actually have somewhere to call back to, if that could be built into lots of people's packages, that gradually over time would enable that more traditional care to minimise. Because actually people with learning disabilities are never given the chance to take a risk, and therefore they don't learn anything. So everything is wrapped around a risk assessment, unlike our lives. But actually, if you enable people to take positive risks, this could be a good tool to enable them to take a positive risk. Because they might, I mean, the potentials for things like employment support and independent travel training are through the roof, aren't they, really? I suppose for me the biggest impact is the impact on their independence, because some people, whether they use the technology or not, it's a bit like Safe Places, that's a scheme we do. Sometimes whether they use something or not, if they've got that technology, they feel more independent. So someone may start out, for example, in life skills example, using the technology because they know they can speak to life skills at any point, or they know if they're in employment, they get that extra bit of support. Because that person is so empowered and so confident. It's a bit like ourselves, isn't it? I know if I don't know if I break down, I know that I can call the AA or whatever. So that to me is some of the impact of the success of it. So where the technology, I think, it's had the greatest impact is on independence. Because don't forget, historically for people with learning disabilities, they haven't been afforded the opportunity to work. They've been locked up, some are still locked up. So actually just walking down the road or just going to their first job and knowing they get that added support by someone via the tech is the world, isn't it?